Your voice. No matter how big or small your platform is, you need to use your voice. I saw a Dr. King quote that said, "The silence of the good people is worse than the brutality of the bad people." If you are choosing silence, you are choosing the side of the oppressor. So I heard many things this past week, and one of the things I heard is, well, it's not my problem. So this is what I have to tell you this. If you listen to black music, if you like black culture, if you have black friends.
In a world where staying quiet gets misunderstood as going along with the problem, one young star decided she wasn't having it. Coco Gauff, the phenom everyone knows for dominating the tennis court, is making headlines for something way bigger than athletics. This offseason, she stepped forward as a force for real change, calling out the racism that still poisons America. Just days ago, Coco delivered a speech that hit like a lightning bolt, breaking down the deep-rooted realities of black discrimination. In her message, she made it clear that this fight isn't something the black community should be expected to shoulder alone. It belongs to everyone, whether you vibe to black culture, love black friends, or simply share the same world. Coco's decision to speak boldly instead of sitting quietly is setting a whole new standard for this generation. And this offseason, she's proven that the push for justice isn't a trend or a headline. It's a long-term movement that demands consistency. So let's dig deeper into how she's using her platform to spark something that could...
This is about Trayvon Martin. This is about Eric Garner. This is about Breonna Taylor. This is about stuff that's been happening. I was 8 years old when Trayvon Martin was killed.
Coco Gauff has been calling out American authorities with fire in her voice, furious over the way black individuals keep getting detained with zero evidence. Speaking straight from the heart, she made it clear that this injustice has been happening for far too long and shows absolutely no signs of slowing down. She stressed that this isn't only about the lives of George Floyd, Eric Garner, or any other black man killed simply because of the color of their skin. In Coco's view, this fight now includes every single person being held without charges, and it's about making sure justice is secured for every future generation of black people. Coco's voice carried both deep love and a fierce rejection of inequality. As she spoke, she made it clear her mission isn't about her own comfort, but about her brother, her future kids, and every black life trying to coexist with the rest of America. She vowed to use her platform to confront anyone who tries to silence or undermine black people in this country. Coco made it known that she refuses to let racism break her, and she's committed to pushing for equality and justice no matter what obstacles get thrown her way. Coco has dealt with racism and discrimination firsthand on the court, and she's fighting back with the strongest weapon she has, her power and her voice. A perfect example came during her match with Belinda Bencic, when Bencic, clearly frustrated with losing, tried to stir up drama just to knock Coco off her game. This wasn't just a strategy, it exposed a deeper hostility toward Coco. Even though Coco was visibly shaken by what happened, the WTA stayed completely silent, offering no apology and no disciplinary action toward Bencic. It was obvious the organization had no intention of stepping in. But one thing is crystal clear. When they can't beat us with talent, they reach for hatred, trying to destabilize and tear us down. Coco has proven, though, that she refuses to be rattled by these attempts to stop her. In sharp contrast, Coco Gauff carried herself with remarkable maturity and composure. She chose not to shade Bencic or her team, making it clear she still respects them. Coco pointed out that respect must go both ways, noting that while she deeply respects her own team, that same courtesy isn't always given to her by Bencic or other players. Despite everything thrown at her, Coco keeps rising, staying calm and focused, and refusing to let these moments define her. What happened next was unforgettable. Coco Gauff went on to beat Belinda Bencic right in front of the world, putting her resilience and strength on full display. Even though Bencic snatched the first set and looked like she had control, Coco never broke, never folded. When it came time to honor her team and show what she's made of, Coco stormed back with laser focus, winning the next 2 sets and leaving Bencic completely stunned. It was a loud reminder to everybody, never underestimate the power of a determined black woman. Coco Gauff doesn't just defend herself, she stands up for other black women facing racial hostility on the court.
A perfect example came when Taylor Townsend was targeted by Yelena after Taylor defeated her. Taylor didn't hesitate for a second. She jumped in and condemned the comments toward Taylor as absolutely unacceptable. She stressed that this type of behavior has no
regardless of how you're feeling, especially given those were the reasons that she stated, and knowing Taylor personally, she's the opposite of that. So yeah, I really hate to see that. Maybe this is some of the first people hearing who Taylor Townsend is, and I don't want that to be the main.
Coco Gauff has turned into a full-on icon, not just for herself, but for the entire global Black community watching her shine. Everywhere she steps, people don't just admire her skill, they admire the values she stands on. Even in Saudi Arabia, during one of her matches, the crowd lit up, roaring her name like they'd been waiting for her all year. That moment wasn't just noise, it was a loud, undeniable reminder of the love and respect Coco has earned. And honestly, it proves just how far her influence reaches, touching fans from every corner of the world.
Have been pretty great crowds, and just I never thought I would get like the Coco chant kind of anywhere except the U.S. But the fact that it's happening in a region where we've never had a professional tennis event before, female tennis event before, is pretty amazing. And I'm very just proud of just the way how not only like the fans here showed up, this Saudi people showed up, and a lot of the ball girls, I see them on the court. They're young and rising tennis players from here.
Coco Gauff has shown the world that she's far more than a tennis superstar. She's become a fearless force for justice and equality. She's been calling out the systemic racism that continues to hit Black communities and standing tall for athletes who face outright racial disrespect, proving she's using her platform for real change. Her moves, both on and off the court, make it clear she's not just a fierce athlete, but a fierce fighter for what's right. Coco's courage in the middle of chaos is nothing short of powerful. Whether she's locked into a high-pressure match or responding to shady, disrespectful behavior with absolute class, she proves that real power comes from resilience and respect. Her refusal to fold, even when she's staring down hatred or injustice, sends a message that hits deep, especially for the young Black kids who see themselves in her. The love she receives from fans around the world shows just how big her impact truly is. From the U.S. to Saudi Arabia to every corner of the map, people honor her not only for her greatness on court, but also for her integrity, her loyalty to her community, and the change she inspires everywhere she goes. As she keeps crushing barriers and redefining what being a champion really means, one thing is crystal clear. She's way more than an athlete. She's a leader, a symbol, and a spotlight of hope for a better, more inclusive future. Coco Gauff has proven day after day that no challenge can stop the rise of a strong Black woman determined to shift the world. So tell me, what do you think of Coco Gauff's bold stance against racism and her non-stop push for justice on and off the court? How does her fight for herself and the entire Black community sit with you? Do you think she's paving the way for the next generation? And how should athletes be using their voices in moments like this? What impact do you feel Coco's strength and courage have on fans, especially those who are battling the very same struggles? I want to hear how you think her actions are shaking up the conversation around racism in sports and far beyond.